Hello and welcome to Flory Models Kit Review Time. Today we've got Litaki's 1/72 scale NJ-22 ORAO. Now you might remember we actually reviewed this kit, and the first time we'd ever seen a Litaki kit before, a few months back. So you can go off and see that one right here, and obviously links down below if you want to see that one. But this is now the two-seat sort of trainer version, but I assume it's combat capable as well, of that particular kit as well. So as you can see, beautiful box art, really nice. A little bit of digital box art, looking very good down in there. Obviously a quick run round on the box as well. So normal thing, pop over to litaki.com.ua and you can see all about this obviously on their site. So as you can see, the second kit, because the number for this one is 0072. All right, some of the actual ones down in there. So you've got Yugoslavian Air Force 1989, and obviously you've got the various ones down we spoke about before. So yes, pretty much as the other ones was, but this is obviously the two-seat version. Some very nice stuff down in there as well. So 72002 for this particular one. So because we've sort of done this kit once before already, we'll sort of blast through this quite quickly. So this packaging may be slightly different. This is a review sample they sent to me, obviously through the post. So I think they've reinforced some of the packaging just a little bit to make sure it got to me obviously in one bit. All right, so I'll just make sure we're all clear, but there we go. So we got two bags of sprues just like that. So I'm assuming this is the new sort of one with the stretch fuselage and things. So down in the box we can see we've got die cut masks and we've got the photo etch as well. So very nice job with that one. So as always, if we start back in here, we can have a quick whiz through. So again, I can get in here. There we go. So we've got decals, and again, beautifully protected. So we've obviously got the instructions just like that. And then obviously we've got the bits and pieces on there as well. So decals nicely protected in a zip bag. We've got a little baggie down in here, which has got the die cut mask and the lovely photo etch, which we'll look at in a moment. So in the old instruction little booklet down in here, you can see pretty much as we did the last one, to be honest with you, right the way through. So parts layout, as you can see, their normal thing, working through the seat, going in with the cockpit, and obviously we've got the photo etch and some decals making up all the cockpit details, which is quite nice, pointing all of those out there down in there before. Obviously two-seat versions, two seats, two instrument panels, things like that. Got the engines and the engine mounts going down in there like that. We've got the exhaust and obviously the cans being put on the back. We've got the nose wheel bay being put on as well. And then working our way down as well for the main gear as well, putting those down. Again, nice little details right the way through. Remember, you're going to use some weight, but I think it said last time we weren't sure how much it would need. Always best to err on the side of caution and overdo it. There we go. I always make the rule of it as much as I can get in. Tends to always be enough then. And then obviously pushing all these parts in. So we've got the actual cockpit areas being fitted between the fuselage, the nose wheel well. We've obviously got the main gear, and then obviously got the cans going in the back, and then these side parts. Probably easier to put them in before you go in there. Don't forget, you've got to open up a few holes as well. So put them in, as obviously if you're having the racks and various things fitted. Then obviously we've got alternative variants down in here with them as well. So it looks like we've sort of got afterburning nozzles on the back, or sort of standard by the looks of it. I don't know. I don't know this aircraft at all well. I could be completely wrong. Intakes being fitted, tail being fitted down onto that. Again, two-piece wings, quite simple, but obviously don't forget you need to open up the actual holes in the wings if you can have the pylons fitted. Those being fitted on, and then tail as well. So all five of those being fitted to it. Just make sure your geometry is all good on this one. Don't do it just so it's seamless. Make sure you do it so it's straight, and then you have to come in with any filler, things like that if it's going to need it. Then again, we've got the wheels and hubs being fitted together down in there like that. Colour call-outs are done both, and obviously there is masks available, which we'll look at as well for doing that. Main gear going together, very reminiscent of the Jaguar. So obviously with those being fitted, I call it the claw particular type. It looks like claws the way they hang. Very nice. Both sides fitted down in there, colour call-outs all along the way. We've got the nose door being fitted on this one. Nice little bit of photo etch for that. And then obviously the bar running to the rear on those. Same goes with the main gear. And then obviously we've got the speed brakes as well. Sort of slightly different to the Jags, are in front of the gear instead of behind it. All right, so we've got those being fitted down on there, open or closed, depending on which version you want to do. All right, and then obviously down in here, you've actually got the situation to get the doors on and things like that. And does it mean, I'm just looking at this, we can't quite work it out, but it looks like the speed brakes are also part of the gear doors, or are they slightly off to one side? Perhaps they're just in front. But anyway, very nice as well. Open or close details down in there. Doors, main gear doors being fitted onto that. Very nice as well, with those being fitted down into there. And then again, the nose door being fitted in right the way through. Pylons all going in. We've got these fins at the back, the ventral fins being fitted down into there. Drop tanks, and obviously these look like clusters to me. So we've got some cluster bomb units being fitted down into there. And then we've got rocket pods as well. So depending on which version you're doing, cannons being fitted with the cannon fairings going on there as well, which is fair enough. And we've got these chaff and flare buckets as well. These are fitted, and then they're going to go in the rear behind the main gear. All right, so those being fitted down in here. Again, you can see how those are fitted. So we've got these extra sort of flare buckets, as well as the standard one that's built into the fuselage. Cockpit sections all being fitted together. So it looks like, obviously it's showing down in here. You sort of make your mind up, but don't forget, you have got a full die cut mask set for masking up those cockpits bits, which are very, very welcome. A couple of fences on the wings, a couple of aerials, things like that, all being fitted down onto this one, and they are all photo etch. Your dog would be good with that one. And then obviously you've got your normal thing, your weapons call-outs, colour call-outs just down in there as well, and obviously your different versions with a few little differences down in there explained as well, which is quite a nice touch. And again, oh look, got a backfire coming. Nice. And then something in 48, 72nd and 44. Ooh, mystery. So we'll see, but we're running out of time now, so we need to know what that will be. But anyway, really very, very nice touch. But again, this is the two-seat version that's down in there. Then, as said before, we've got this gorgeous bit of photo etch, really nicely detailed, as you can see. Nice details down in there as well. So the instrument panels, the side consoles, said before, you could then over decal, or you could dry brush and get those done if it's cold and dark. Fences, which are a nice touch because they're going to be nice and thin in this scale. We've got the tails for the drop tanks as well, and obviously we've got the rocket pods, things like that as well, and the chaff and flare buckets. Very nice indeed. Then on this side, as you can see, just about see it, it is the vinyl ones. So again, I'm never a fan of the vinyl ones, but if you're doing it as a quick job, I think they're absolutely fine. But we have got down in here, obviously front windscreen, main and rear canopies, and then obviously we've got one down in here for wheel hubs as well running along. So you've got pretty much everything covered just down in there. Decals, really nice. We looked at these last time, really nice, clean, crisp, sharp, nice details, not a ton of carrier film either. So again, very, very nice indeed. Got your colour call outs and markings. Again, oh, I didn't see that. There's a surprise. Okay, so again, we've got sheets for these in the various done. So we've got one from Belgrade into 2012, and obviously we've got another one here from 2023. And then over on this side, we've got more Belgrade ones, 2007, and a Yugoslavian one here from 1999, which is quite nice. And then over on here as well, we've got, yeah, very nice, as you can see. And again, we've got ones for all your stencil data. Nicely detailed, very, very nice. And I didn't see this, so this is a nice touch. We've actually got a beautiful print as well. So well done, Carlos. We like that. That's a really nice touch there. It's a nice, good quality, heavy gauge paper. So again, pop that in a frame and you've got something really nice. I do like it when manufacturers do this. It might seem just cheap and gimmicky, but it's one of those things. It's almost like the next step up from the box art. So you know what you used to do is cut the old box tops off. Now you can pop it into a nice sort of frame, hang it on the wall, and you've got something just a little bit special. And I must admit, other kits I've done it to, and they are adorning various walls around my house. So very, very nice with those. So let's keep that safe. Right. Again, we have been through pretty much a lot of this, so we're just going to be skimming over this a bit. But obviously one of the big differences is this baggie here, because we've got the new fuselage halves on it. So this is probably the biggest difference between this kit and other ones. So as you can see, as we saw before, beautifully good, clean, sharp, recessed panel lining right the way over. Really nice. But we've got this new two-seat cockpit situation down in here as well, and again looks really clean and crisp and sharp. One of the big things is obviously there's no locating pins. Think of this as a limited run kit, but a very high quality one, because again it looks beautiful, very, very nice. And I must admit, I'm going to keep this one and probably do it as a sort of weekend build or something else like that, because it does look particularly nice. All right, so again, good, strong kit. Yeah, it's not thin and flimsy, got a bit of chunk of plastic in here, which means it will go together very, very nicely, or one would hope. So we've got that, and then we'll look at that in a moment. And then obviously we've got the floors and doors and various things and bulkheads for the cockpit. So obviously this is pretty much standard to the other one. So this, I think, is the front cockpit section. Again, very nicely done just down in there. Then obviously we've got another one for the wings. You can see gorgeous recessed details in those wings. Very nice. You've got your holes obviously for the opening up if you want to have the pylons on. Nice, clean, crisp as well. Very nice. And then obviously we've got just over here the main parts as well. So we've got the wheel wells and the various things, the tails in here as well. Just little differences with those ones. Very, very nice indeed. And again, nice little touches with the engines, nice little details inside for the plumbing and things like that, down for those internals. So again, very, very nice with that one. Then over in here, we've got beautifully protected parts. So this is for the weapons. We won't get all of these off. We just slip one off the outside, but that's what it's protecting, is the rocket tips. We've got obviously cluster bombs and rockets right the way through on there, so that's very nice indeed. And then down in here, we've got the smaller parts. So we've got the seats, the various sections. So I do believe this is the other one we saw was the rear cockpit. This must be the older front cockpit because we've got the gun packs down in here. The seats, all the little small parts, as you can see, really, really nicely done. And on the blind side, very nice. And then last up down in here, we've got the differences with the different tails we spoke about before onto this one. And then obviously main gear, we've got the wheels, the engine fans, a couple of the bulkheads, things like that running through. And again, really nice. And inside the doors, we've got no ejector pins or anything else like that. Super clean, super sharp, very nice indeed. And then just down in here, we have the little flare parts. Get this off. Oh, there we go. And again, super clean, super crisp, really nice, sharp details all the way on those. That's really very, very nice indeed. And of course, the bonus being with this one, actually comes with a mast set, so you don't have to worry about it too much. I have to say, just like its predecessor, the single seat one, it's a beautiful little kit. It's got everything that you could possibly want. So again, you've got a nice bit of photo etch there. In fact, for its scale, you've got a lot of photo etch in there as well to really ramp this one up. So although you have to treat it like it's a limited run kit because of the lack of locating pins and things like that, honestly, because of the CAD, it's a modern one, I imagine it's not going to give you any troubles with this one going together at all. It should just fit really nice. So as I said before, I think locating pins and that, they're a little bit overrated because sometimes they can hinder and foul things. Not having them, I don't think, is a big thing. Just make sure you've got it lined up nice and square before you come in with glue and you'll be absolutely fine. So there we go. That is the beautiful Litaki 1/72 two-seat trainer version of the NJ-22.